Guys, what you're about to witness is not just a ride, it's an experience. Collision as soon as I hit the ignition on the beast, the legendary BMW S1000RR, I felt the adrenaline rush through my veins. The streets turned into a runway, and the public? Bro, they couldn't believe what they were seeing. From jaw drops to cheers, cameras out, kids waving, it was like riding through a movie scene. The engine screamed, the quickshifter clicked through the gears like thunder, and every twist of the throttle brought a new wave of reactions. One uncle literally shouted, "Ye kia yuden chow rahi hi bye," face with tears of joy, but in the middle of all the chaos and energy, there was a moment that hit me hard. A little boy came running up at a signal, just to touch the bike and say, "One day I'll ride this too." That one line reminded me why I ride, why we create this content, to inspire, to connect. Red Heart, if this video made your heart race, even for a second, make sure you hit that like button right now and subscribe to Rev Rider because this is just the beginning. More beast rides, more insane reactions, more real moments. Coming your way fire, let's keep this throttle pinned and this family growing flexed biceps motorcycle. And as I took that turn, leaned into it with full confidence, the rear tire gripped like it was glued to the road. The sound of the S1000RR echoing between the buildings was nothing short of a symphony for bikers. People on the roadside stopped mid-conversation, heads turning instantly, phones coming out, recording, pointing, smiling. Some were shocked, some amazed, and a few just stood there frozen, trying to process the raw aggression and beauty of this machine tearing through the city. I remember this one moment clearly. A group of college students were sitting on the stairs of a shop. The second I revved at the signal, they jumped up cheering like I had scored a goal at a stadium. The excitement was electric. And then I saw an old biker uncle, probably in his 50s, riding a humble 125 cubic centimeters. He gave me a thumbs up with the kind of respect only real riders know. That moment hit different. Because no matter what bike you ride, the passion is the same. That connection, that mutual understanding among riders, is what makes this lifestyle so unique. As I continued riding, a guy on a scooter pulled up next to me, nodded towards the bike and asked, "Bro, kitni ki hai?" I smiled, downshifted once just to let him feel that growl up close. He laughed, gave a salute and rode off. These small interactions, these real reactions, they're what turn an ordinary ride into an unforgettable story. And today, that story was alive, raw, full throttle. Then came the flyover. Oh man, that stretch of clean tarmac and a slight downhill slope was just asking for it. I pinned the throttle. The S1000RR roared ahead, the quickshifter doing its magic, and I could feel the front trying to lift while the electronics kept it perfectly balanced. At that moment, it wasn't just a ride, it was a flight. The city disappeared, the noise blurred, and all that existed was the wind, the revs, and the rush. Pure biking nirvana. But amidst all the chaos, I never forget to stay safe. Helmet strapped tight, jacket zipped, gloves on, and always respecting the traffic around me. Because being a real rider isn't just about speed, it's about responsibility. And trust me, even when you're riding a monster like the S1000RR, the biggest flex is coming home safe. As I pulled into a petrol pump, still catching my breath, a young guy came running from the back with his little brother. "Bia, ek pick please." I parked, smiled, and said, "Iya bye." That kid's eyes were shining like he just met his superhero. And maybe for a moment, in his world, I was one. That feeling, priceless. That's why we do it. For that connection. For that inspiration. For the love of the ride. Even while leaving the pump, the crowd that had formed around the bike was wild. People were asking about the model, the power, the price, the mileage. Yes, always mileage, grinning face with sweat, and I could see the dreams forming in their eyes. Maybe this ride planted a seed in someone's heart, a dream that one day, they'll ride a machine like this. And that makes everything worth it. Later on, while riding through the inner city lanes, I slowed down and soaked in the vibes. Kids waving, uncle smiling, auntie covering her ears at the revs, and some dudes trying to match my speed on scooters. Nice try bro's face with tears of joy. And suddenly, a traffic cop standing at a signal gave me the look. You know, that look. But instead of stopping me, he just nodded and said, "Nice ride beta, sumbol kuchalana." I saluted him with respect and rode on. That one gesture showed how far biking culture has come, from being judged to being respected. And just when I thought the ride couldn't get better, the clouds rolled in, cool wind started blowing, and the golden hour light made the red-blue streaks on the fairing glow like fire. The S1000RR looked like it was alive, breathing, roaring, flying. I found an open stretch and decided to slow down, just cruise and enjoy the peace. The chaos behind, the calm ahead, and the engine humming like a beast ready to roar again. And at that moment, I realized, this isn't just a bike, this is therapy on two wheels. A reminder that no matter how fast life moves, a good ride can reset everything. There's something magical about these rides. Every throttle twist has a story, every public reaction has a vibe, and every mile carries emotion. I know not everyone gets it, but the ones who do, they're family. You, watching this right now, you're part of that REV RIDER family. We ride not just for speed, but for the feeling, the freedom, the fire. So if this video gave you even 1 second of that feeling, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this ride with someone who dreams of bikes like these. Because, trust me, you said. Because, trust me, the journey doesn't end here. This is just the beginning of something bigger, something louder, something real. Every single ride I take on the S1000RR brings me closer to the people, to their reactions, their curiosity, their dreams, and to that unexplainable energy that flows between a rider and the street. You can't script it, you can't fake it. It's raw, unpredictable, and that's what makes it beautiful. The way kids chase the bike, how the sound makes even the busiest people stop and smile, or how complete strangers wave from sidewalks, that's the power of the ride. And somewhere between the adrenaline rush and the peaceful glide, you start to feel more alive than ever. You stop thinking about the noise in your head and start listening to the music of the engine. That's what keeps me coming back. That's why I film, that's why I ride, and that's why I share it with all of you. And let me tell you, what's coming next will be even wilder. We're not slowing down. New bikes, new places, new reactions, new stories, and all of it coming straight to you. Whether it's stunt mode on the S1000RR, late-night rides through city lights, or exploring the roads less traveled, REV RIDER is about chasing that freedom and taking you with me every second of the way. So gear up, fam, because what's ahead is something no one's ready for. We're going full throttle, full beast mode, and there's no looking back.